You know what it is, you know who it is. This is Rich Warrior Lifestyle, and I am Trig, the Rich Warrior. Woo! Let's get it, man. Today's episode is Love Yourself First. Oh, man, we're gonna go deep sea diving. On this. I love this. After this episode, some more people might get cut off. Some more things might, just get eliminated from the schedule. I love this topic, man, because this is what this podcast is about, man. It's Rich Warrior Lifestyle, but it's rooted, but under the Rich Warrior Lifestyle, you'll see it says the self-love guide, because I believe that when you're rooted in self-love, when your foundation is self-love, it will guide you to everything that's good for you. Even if the next thing is not good for you, it will give you clarity of what's better for you. Once you experience what you don't want, you get more clarity to create what you really, really choose to have. Let's go, man. Yeah. This is why they call me Trig the Rich Warrior right now, because I love myself. It's really who I am. You can call it an alter ego, but deep down, it's really who I am. I got to have riches no matter, what economy I'm in, whatever they consider riches, whether it's Federal Reserve notes, gold, self-love is our riches to me as well. It's an intangible asset, and that's what I mean by that. What my assets? I'm asset rich. You feel me? I'm rich. It's a lot of it. It's concentrated. That's what I mean. And the warrior side is like, I'm willing to, first of all, this would change my life. And this is rooted in self-love. And people look at it in a negative way. I don't look at it, I don't, think about it in a negative way. But when I decided that I will die before I become somebody's slave, or not only will I die, I will fight for it. I will fight, if necessary, for my freedoms, and I'm willing to die for my freedoms, and the freedom to love myself, the freedom to eat the food I want to eat, the freedom to generate income the way I want to generate it, the freedom to be around who I want to be around, to say what I want to say, and while I'm doing that, respecting others people's freedoms as well, because people get that messed up. They want the freedom to violate your freedoms. That's not the concept I'm talking about. That's not the way I'm looking at it. You feel me? So, yeah. So, let me get into a era in my life where, so y'all can get a kind of a view of how I look at freedom and how it could unfold in your life like it did in my life. I remember when just being sick and tired of being sick and tired, being in the streets, trapping, smoking, drinking, popping perks, Molly, shit. I just remember just having low energy, not feeling good most of the time, physically, mentally, emotionally, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I got to do something different. And it took that moment for me to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sometimes it takes that. A lot of times it does take that. So don't take that as a negative situation. Just make a decision to change. I don't care how small you think it is, make a decision to change. And do it exactly when you think about it. Yo, what's the next logical step that I could do? But at that time, I remember me starting to work out, me starting to do everything that I was supposed to do, that I felt that I needed to do at that time. And what happened was, so-called, I'm not gonna call them friends, but people that I was associating myself with, I've been seeing things in them that don't align with who I knew I really was. So around that time when I started to make these changes, I seen them fade away. Some of them I just stopped answering for. Some of them, stopped answering for me. It's not like I was calling them and they just weren't picking up my call. I don't do stuff like that anyways. You know what I'm saying? Unless you my loved one. You know what I'm saying? Unless you my really loved one. And that don't happen. So it's a mutual thing. But only person I got to keep calling is my daughter because she just be in her zone on the phone and all that. But yeah, around that time, man, and it was painful because I guess I was unfamiliar. It was an unfamiliar schedule, meaning that I wasn't doing the stuff that I was craving to do, even though it wasn't good for me. I was craving to do these things, go, drinking or just go joking and just wasting time, not doing nothing, to me getting up early in the morning, running miles, running sprints, doing push-ups, crunches, eating food, eating mostly fruits and, just cooking more of my meals and spending more time doing that. Even though I knew it was the right thing for me, it didn't feel that good because I was primed, I was conditioned to the other stuff. And that's what I want people to understand. You can intellectually know what you're supposed to do, but your body has to catch up with it. Your emotions, your feelings, a lot of times has to catch up with that. So you continue to program yourself and then everything aligns together. Your mind, body, and soul aligns like, okay, this is how we're supposed to be feeling. This is how we're supposed to be looking. These are the people we're supposed to be around. So it all come together. And I say that because that's one of the biggest things in our lives that holds us back. I promise you. One of the things that I really wish I would have done earlier, and I'm glad I do it now, was change who I hung around or minimize the time that I hung around these people, even talk to these people. I got time limits on people who I talk to. You know what I'm saying? I got time limits. And a lot of times I don't talk to them, period. Some people will never hear from me again. And that's not a bad thing. I used to be like, man, fuck them and this and that, like, and rightfully so. But now it's like, man, just go. I know this don't work. After years of this, I know I don't supposed to be around this person. And it just feels good to be at peace with it. Like, hey man, you ain't got to worry about hearing from me again, for real. So yeah, man, like, I know we go, but I say that because you think it's hard only because your environments and the people you associate with, you're around people that, and then go back to my story. I used to invite people to go running, jogging, exercise. They wouldn't show up for stuff like that. All they wanted me to do was what and even then they ignored that, the offer to go exercise and work out and do something positive for, go to an event. But they would ignore that and ask me to go out to drink with them or go to this place. Anything just like to waste time and do nothing productive. They love doing that. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, the people that you associate with, if they associate with people that you know off your own experience are not aligned with you, you're going to either have to cut them people off or significantly minimize your time with that. They know that. They know that. You know what I'm saying? They know that the journey that you're on is not aligned with them either, because they still spend a good enough time with these people that you shouldn't be around, or you don't be around, and they shouldn't be around. But being that they're around them, actions speak louder than words, man. Actions speak louder than words. You could talk all the quotes. You can dress that shit up. You can put on the designer clothes. You can drive whatever you want to drive. You can eat whatever you want to eat. But bro, actions speak louder than words, because a lot of these people that you see, you don't know them. You don't really know them. You just see them from the outside. You don't know what they do every day, how they got to this certain point, if they're at that point. And it's just like, I've seen enough, man. I've seen enough to know that, like, a lot of this stuff is advertisement. It's not real. It's is set up to reel you in. It's set up to reel somebody in, to either, pay for something, to manipulate you, it just, it's not real. It's not real. I've seen that too many times. But man, yeah, that's one of my stories. And definitely, man, who are you associating yourself with? I would say this. Well, this is a question. This is a question for y'all, and I'm going to answer it too. What does self-love mean to you? What does self-love mean to you? And for me, it means, how do I feel? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about my life? How do I look at myself? No, how do I actually physically look? If I looked in the mirror, would I want to date me, marry me? If you reflect on your attitudes and your characteristics, would you want, I'll say this, would you want, if you got a daughter or a son, would you want your daughter or son to date or marry somebody that has the similar or same characteristics as you? Would you ask yourself that? Seriously, ask yourself that. Because a lot of times we care about our kids more than we care about ourselves. And that's another, thing I'm going to touch on. And I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's truthfully possible, because you cannot, I know y'all heard this before, you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, you're really just, you're giving a sense of love, but it's not actually love, because your love will guide you. Your self-love will guide you to do the right things. That's why I'm doing this podcast. I was guided to do this podcast, Rich Warrior Lifestyle, because I know I got some experiences, some wisdom that's really going to help people. You know what I'm saying? That's really going to help people. And that's one of the main reasons I actually was let me get this done. It ain't really about the money for me, because I know if I bring enough value and help enough people, I'm going to always be good. I'm going to always be good. But yeah, man. What does self-love mean to me? And a definition would be, I would say, to care and to prioritize how I feel in every moment over anything else, but still considers others. And that looks like, you want to go ahead? Nah, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do this and I'd rather do that. You want to do this, want to do that? Or we could do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like some type of compromise with the people you associating with, if it's that. But it's you putting how you feel before anything else. You're not just saying yes to say yes. You're not just saying no to say no. You're saying no in a respectful way and considering their feelings, but your response is still no. It's no. You thought about it. You said, is this a good investment or a bad investment? You know what I'm saying? I look at a lot of stuff. Is this a good investment or this is a bad investment in myself? Because if it's a bad investment, man, it's a no-brainer. No, it's no. And a lot of times you don't gotta be that pleasant. Especially around the people that know, or you just starting and you just in that mode, like you just in warrior mode, like, nah, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? However you need to do it. Hey, if people get offended, that's cool, but that's not our intentions. We're just in a zone. It's so important. We're in dire need to make these changes. So yeah, man. Practical tips on self-love. I would definitely focus a lot on what I'm thinking about and how I'm feeling. And you will know what you're thinking about by how you feel. Really focus on how you feel. Focus on how you feel and make it your priority to feel a little bit better. Something that can make you feel a little bit better, and continue that. Once you feel a little bit better, find something that make you feel a little bit better than that. And just continue that throughout the day. Continue that. Focus on how you feel. That way you know what you're thinking. So quickly change the thoughts. Don't try to go from sad all the way to excited, because that in itself can make you feel bad. Just if you sad, just feel anger is better. Anger is better. Then you get to like, all right, cool. You know, start to think about things or plans that you can make that could make you, feel a little bit better. Go watch a movie. Go for a walk. Go eat some of your favorite food, some healthy food, some good quality food. Go compliment somebody. Go hug somebody. Go on YouTube. Matter of fact, on this video, like it. Give a comment. Show some love. Like, you feel me? Show some love. Do something that can make you feel a little bit better. And definitely on the health side, man, definitely to love yourself is to put good quality food in your body. You don't have to be perfect, but focus on, is this a good investment or is this a bad investment for my body? Focus on, is this a good thought or is this a bad thought? Because a lot of times a bad thought for me could be a good thought for you based on how you looking at it, and the intentions behind that thought could get you to, a better feeling. So yeah, it's different for each person. So what are some other practical tips that I would give you guys? Definitely affirmations, man. Affirmations. Affirmation is something that that it's a saying, a statement that you're saying to yourself that makes you feel good. Something that can cover a lot of areas in your life, like everything always works out for my ultimate good. I am perfect. I feel good unconditionally, things like that. Continuously say that as much as possible. Affirmations. I would say dreaming. You could do some, like, even if you're just daydreaming or you're dream building, looking in magazines at cars, homes, houses, clothes, go to the stores, go to the car lots, go to the open house, go drive by the house, go touch it, sit in the car, try on the clothes or touch the clothing, feel the material. Don't even look at the price tag, don't even look at that, because we don't want to put limits on ourselves. We can create whatever life we want to live. Just plant that seed. And that's what it's about. Self-love is about planting these self-love seeds that don't harvest the same day. But once you experiment with planting these seeds and you plant it in fertile ground, meaning in the fertile ground is yourself. You plant these self-love seeds in you, in your home, in your children, and you continue to nurture it. And then once you see that first harvest, you like, oh, that did work. That gets you to the knowingness of like, yo, I got experience when I did this, and then I kept doing this, and then this happened. Like, now for yourself, but you got to start somewhere, because what you're doing right now is not working. So definitely, those are some practical tips. I would definitely get in nature as much as possible. Get in nature, go for walks. I recommend an hour every day. You could break it up into 2 30 minutes or 3 20 minutes after walking after each time that you eat. What else? Hold on, y'all. Self-love, ginger, turmeric, herbal tea. That's self-love, man. Look up the benefits of ginger, turmeric, herbal tea. Talk to me. Now, I want to touch on environments, especially work environments. Man, this is a big one. This is a big one because we spend a lot of time at these jobs in our businesses that some of us don't really enjoy or really like the people or, things like that. And I recommend that you be as positive as you can, almost it would seem delusional to you. Don't pay none of that stuff no attention. Don't pay none of that stuff no attention. And if you really feel like, yo, I need to get up out of here, you need to start making plans I wouldn't just leave unless you just really feel like you should leave, but make plans to get up out of there to something better, you know. And for me, I've done both. I've made plans to leave, and sometimes I just left, you know. And I never regretted that. I never regretted that we spend too much time at work to be around negative people, manipulative people, people that harass you, people that think you should worship them, or fear them, or fear losing your job. Like that's not self-love. That's not self-love. You're gonna live a life like that? You go to work, a lot of us doing these days, almost everybody doing 50 to 60 hours or more. That's a lot of time. And that's not including the commute to work, getting ready for work, coming home, preparing for the next day. That's a lot of time. That is a lot of time. And the more time, the more focus you give something, it begins to program you. And that's why I say them affirmations and doing those practical tips will program you in a way that benefits you, not being programmed by your job or your boss. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these jobs are I mean, it's been like this for a while, but they want to get you in a place where you need them. The reason why I say that is because when inflation went up, some jobs paid, I ain't gonna say they decreased the pay, but some like newer companies or companies that get new contracts or something, because I'm in truck and I'm in transportation. So when they get new contracts, these contracts pay less than or the same that they've been paying people for the last 7, 8 years. But inflation, especially where I'm at, people rent going up $200, $300, $400, $500. Car insurance going up. You know, and for me, for my situation, I got excellent credit. In transportation, I got excellent work history. I can say excellent work history because I'll leave a job, but I do got excellent work history. I got excellent driving record. You know, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know how to perform. But these jobs are paying a person that doesn't have my type of, you know, credentials, experience, the same amount of money, which I think is crazy. But on top of that, they're not even paying people enough to actually live alone or get to a point where they can save and invest, to the point where you got to get another job. And now you digging into your self-love programming time. These are times you're supposed to be programming yourself or, you know, working on something that can get you from this. But sometimes, you know, that's what some people have to do. They have to get that second job. The money is tight. You know what I'm saying? And that's an indicator of self-love. What do you do with your money? What are you doing with your money? Are you investing in yourself? And that brings me to another topic. You need to get a part of organizations, associations, groups, people that uplift you, empower you, not demand that you do this and demand that you do that. No, empower you to help yourself, give you wisdom, share their experiences, give you information that can help you. You must get around this. You must get around these people. You must apply the information, because what you're doing right now is not working. And I'm just freestyling off top of the head, man, because I live this. Self-love is something that I live, man. I live it and I love it. You know, today I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I was thinking about going to the beach. I might go to the beach, you know, get that ocean view, balcony ocean view. Supposed to be fasting. I've been fasting for about 14, 16 hours. But I might go eat a great meal. Definitely do my routines. You know, I'm a part of a private club that you guys might want to, you know, check out. I definitely recommend you experimenting with it. I recommend it based off my experience. Definitely changed my life. And that's the Global Information Network. if you not become, if first I would watch, first I would get the book that changed my life. And it goes back to when I first started this and everybody, was just, leaving my life and stuff like that. And I've read this book, Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About, the 2014 edition. Man, changed my life. Man, I still live off of those principles to this day. And I continue to learn. And implement, experiment, So definitely. But check out the Kevin Trudeau Show. Go to the website, Google Global Information Network. And I definitely would suggest that you guys become an associate member. It's about $80 to start, maybe less, $30, $40 to start, and maybe like $15 a month. I'm telling you, that alone will change your life in a way that I don't think you can even understand right now. The information in that, because it's a how can I say it? Like a course, not even a course, but it's some information in there that I listened to for years before I even got into the Global Information Network. But that recording is in there, and that recording alone helped me have all the things that I really wanted already. And I'm continuing to, create the things that I want to be doing, have. And man, I'm having fun with this, man. And I'm loving it. But definitely, man, I would definitely advise you guys to, join the Global Information Network, watch the Kevin Trudeau Show, get his books. Definitely there's not too many teachings and information out there like that, man. Y'all definitely go check that out, man. That's a big one. That's a big one. And another one on the health side is Yaki Awaken. I can't wait for his book to come out. He's definitely the truth as well. He's definitely the truth. I get his products and things like that. Yeah, man, definitely the truth. Yeah, definitely go check out him as well. Those two right there, you know what I'm saying, they'll definitely help you. And I got a question for you guys. For the people that are already in the self-love journey, and it is, what are some daily habits and rituals that you use to cultivate self-love? And, share them in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share this. But share them in the comments, man. You never know what somebody that is in life that might need something that you think that's insignificant. And that's the reason why I created this show, man. You know what it is. You know who it is. This is Rich Warrior Lifestyle Podcast.